This is Sidcup in Kent, a quiet dormitory town. Nothing unusual about that, you might say, except that last week, the sleepy town of Sidcup was invaded by the South African army. The South African troops came without warning and are arresting anyone they regard as a threat. Hundreds of Sidcup residents have disappeared, and there have been unconfirmed reports of a massacre at the local Derby and Joan Club. But why the invasion?
Look, I don't care what you media people call it. This is not an invasion. It is a retaliatory raid. On Tuesday at 0600 hours, ANC terrorists crossed into South Africa from Mozambique and attacked a patrol. We are merely engaged in hot pursuit.
As far as Sidcup?
Well, you can't be too careful. This sort of thing must be clamped down upon before it gets out of hand. Sorry. Force of habit.
But this is more than just an isolated raid, because it's clear that in the light of growing black unrest in South Africa, the white South Africans have decided to come here and colonize Sidcup. Already the native residents of Sidcup have been expelled and resettled in this township 12 miles outside the town.
Well, there was this ring at the doorbell, and Jean said that'll be from next door. But it wasn't, was it?
No, it was a South African commando unit.
And they pistol whipped Jean?
They called the cat a black bastard.
And shot it. And then they set fire to her mother's wooden leg.
She's burnt her to the ground.
Oh, it's not right.
No, it's not right.
We've written to Esther Ransom about it.
The security forces have many problems here in Sidcup. In the absence of any significant numbers of coloured people, they've decided instead to persecute anybody called Gary.
Gary, get him out. Okay, Gary, where are you going, Gary? Got anything on you? Get rid of this, we don't want any cameras here. I don't think we need this.
Well, I'm afraid that due to emergency restrictions on reporting, I'm unable to tell you what, if anything, happened to that young man. But Westminster looks on.
The British government's position is that we disapprove strongly of the South African invasion of Sidcup, but we don't want to rush into sanctions which we feel will penalise the surrounding parts of Kent.
Meanwhile, here in Sidcup, the new policy of apart Gary continues and urban conflict increases, though I'm not allowed to tell you how much.
All right, Brent, there he is. Get him, quick! Quick, get him!
This is Simon Brent in Sidcup.
Stop. Oh no. Oh, please. Oh, God. Ah!
The cameraman on that report was Gary Chambers. And now...
Tonight we look at compulsory sterilisation and ask, should Keith Chegwin and Maggie Philbin be allowed to have children?
And we'll be looking at the growing unofficial backstreet sports. After dwarf throwing, we'll take a look at Bonnie Langford throwing. Should it be made illegal? Or compulsory?
Yes, last
last week we showed you the perfect job interview technique and how to get the boot polish off your tongue afterwards. But this week you're through the interview, so just how do you interpret those employers' replies? For example...
May I say how much you've impressed us during this interview, and of course we'll be notifying you in writing.
Means no.
We'll be in touch.
No.
You're on our shortlist.
No chance.
We're looking for someone a bit more qualified.
You're thick.
To be frank, we feel you're a little bit too overqualified.
You'll make me look thick.
I'm afraid that vacancy was filled just moments ago.
You're black.
You're a bit overqualified, and that vacancy was filled just moments ago.
Fancy a black person having passed all those exams.
Congratulations, you've got the job.
Your uncle's a mason, like me.
Pathetic! You're a first division football team. You get paid more in a week than most of the people out there get paid in a year. And yet you've got the gall to turn in a first half performance like that. 5-0 down at half-time. What the hell's the problem?
It's team selection.
What do you say, Gary?
I said it's team selection.
Go on.
It's the sides. They're not fair. I mean, they got all the best players, haven't they? Why can't we have some of their players for the second half?
Yeah, right. What the hell are you talking about?
Well, I reckon we should start again and pick up new sides. Yeah. Look, every time we play Liverpool, they always have Ian Rush, they always have Jan Mulville. Why can't we have them for a change?
Yeah, and they're bigger than us and all.
That's right.
It's the first division! You can't just start again and pick fresh sides.
Well, no one enjoys it when it's one-sided.
Shut up, Gary.
He's right.
Shut up! Now, let's sort out the tactics. I told you to stay out wide and keep passing the full-back. Why didn't you?
Not going out in that wing. It's all muddy.
Well, you'd be all right in the second half, won't you? Be playing on the other wing. It's not so muddy there. Now, defence.
It'll get muddy.
Shut it! Defence! What the hell was happening at the back? You left poor Wayne completely exposed in goal. Yes, Wayne, what is it?
Boss, why do I always have to play in goal?
Because you're the goalkeeper, Wayne.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I don't mind sort of staying in goal for the first couple of goals, but I mean,
Wayne,
I've been in there for 5. Why can't somebody else go in goal?
You can't.
Why can't I be a striker? I'm good at headers.
Wayne,
see you Monday, boss.
Yeah, see you,
Darren.
You can't just... Hey, Darren! Where are you going?
I've got to pick the kids up from the play centre. I didn't realise the time. Sorry, love.
We are in the middle of a match!
I know, annoying, innit? You see, most Saturdays Michelle picks them up after shopping, but this weekend she's got to run her mum to the hospital because she's not very well.
Not at all.
Oh, sorry that, Shell. It's nothing serious, is it?
Well, I think it might be angina.
Oh, no!
My mum she gets a shooting
My
pain,
auntie
right?
gets it right across here.
Shut up!
Oh, it's no problem, is it, boss? I mean, you can bung the sub on.
I'm not going on.
Gordon!
Oh, suddenly it's Gordon, is it? For the last 12 weeks it's been the sub. Now you need me, it's Gordon. Well, I'm not going on.
It doesn't make any odds anyway. Sides aren't bloody fair.
Yeah.
I am not asking Kenny Dalgleish if we can have Jan Mulville and Ian Rush in the second half.
Well, we'll give them Barry and Gary.
I'm not going to. It's humiliating. Now shut up and get stuck in. Go on, out there for the second half. Off you go. Good luck, lads. Go on.
Well, I'm not getting in the way of that ball.
Me neither. It stings my hands. Right.
Why not?
Because we might get hurt, and if we get hurt...
Yes.
We won't be able to play for England next month, that's right.
And here's a taste of our late night offering. A classic love story set in Lapland, below zero. We warn you that the following is of a sexually explicit nature and may offend some viewers.
The increasingly popular synchronised swimming. Let's meet the British Olympic hope in training. Hello, Sharon Hall. Hello? Hello, Sharon.
Hello, Rory.
Perhaps if you took the nose clip off.
Hello, Rory.
Sharon, perhaps you could explain to us what do you need for the training in synchronized swimming?
Oh, well, yes, Rory. In America, we would have the gymnasium, the indoor swimming pool, the outdoor swimming pool, the sauna, and the attached medical research clinic.
I see. And in Britain, we've got the bucket.
Yes. Although it is quite a new bucket.
Yes, it's lovely, yes. Now, synchronized swimming is a sort of underwater gymnast... It's a sort of underwater gymnastics of the type that was made popular in the States in the 70s by Teddy Kennedy. Now, perhaps you could tell us what the key technique is.
Oh, yes, Rory. Well, of course, the facial expression is very important.
And now, how do you achieve that?
Oh, that's very difficult, you see, because you have to empty your mind completely. But I found in training that thinking about Howard's Way helps me a great deal.
Is there anything else you need for the event?
Yes, Rory, the walk to the pool is very important, can gain new points if I may demonstrate.
Yes. Yeah, that's marvellous. Can you tell me, how do you achieve that?
Well, Rory, at the moment I'm clenching a 20p coin between my buttocks.
Good. One final question that everyone would like to ask about synchronised swimming is, why?
I'm sorry, Rory, if I stop to think about what I'm doing, my smile disappears and I drop the coin.
Welcome to review. Now, Rory, what have you been... Oh! We're very pleased to announce that Joan Collins has got married for the 5th time. Well, congratulations and good luck, Joan. That's very good news. Anyway, Rory, what have you been up to this week?
Well, I was up at Wembley for the Eurythmics concert during the week.
And did you enjoy it?
I'll tell you, before the show, I bought this fantastic T-shirt. This is the tour T-shirt, which is a lovely, lovely thing. That's very nice. I got the sweatshirt, which is very, very good. It's rather nice. It's quite good quality. And I got a lovely colour poster, which going out to Annie Lennox.
Oh, yeah, it's like the album cover. So what about the concert, then?
I couldn't afford to go and see that. No, I just hitchhiked home. Oh, right, look. Some late news. Oh, Joan Collins has divorced her 5th husband. Never mind, it lasted longer than the other 4, didn't it? So, Julia, what have you been up to this week?
I've been reading a very good book about women and self-defence.
So, what should a woman do when she actually comes face-to-face with her assailant?
Well, the most important thing, Rory, is to remain calm and initially to appear to be playing along with him so that when he approaches you, you let him touch you if he wants to. You let him put his arm round you, let him kiss you on the lips, let him put his tongue in your mouth, let him marry you, bear his children, laugh at his jokes, buy him nice Christmas presents and help him with the wallpapering. And then when he's about 65, just about to retire, when he's asleep, make sure it's absolutely safe and then stab him.
Fantastic. Some late news. We've just heard that child psychologists say it was wrong of Prince Charles to take Prince William hunting, as he's too young to cope with the sheer brutality and horror of seeing upper-class people after a few drinks.
And now, tonight's competition. Which of the following excuses did President Reagan not use during the Iran scandal? No one told the president. No one told him he was the president. It wasn't him, it was George Bush. It wasn't him, it was Kate Bush. It wasn't him, it was A. Bush. And the first prize will be a BBC sweater. Russell Harty.
There now follows a government warning. The only way to ensure that sex is safe is to use a condom. This man didn't use a condom.
I've got to go.
No, please, just 2 more minutes, come on.
I'm at work.
Look, I'll stay here. I'll be really, really quiet, honestly. Okay?
You promise?
Yes.
Love you too.
This is the shipping forecast issued by the Meteorological Weather Office at 1700. There are warnings of gales in Vikings, North Utsira, South Utsira, Forties, Cromarty, Dogger, Fisher, German Bight, Humber, Thames, Dover, Finisterre, Fair Isles, Faroes, and Southeast Iceland. The general synopsis at midday: complex low, north and northern sea 90, moving rather quickly northeast, deepening 984 by midday tomorrow. Low Portugal 1006. Expected Biscay 1010 by the same time. Atlantic low moving steadily southwest. Expected 500 miles west of area Rockall 968. Now, the area forecasts for the next 24 hours. Viking, North Utsira, South Utsira, Forties, cyclonic, becoming northwesterly 7 to severe gale 9, decreasing 4. Showers, moderate or good. And that is the end of the shipping forecast.
Being shot dead while doing the shipping forecast is just one of the many problems people have been writing to me about. I have a letter here from a Mr. Brown of Swindon who writes, "Dear Rory, my doctor tells me I drink too much, but I can't face the thought of giving it up altogether. What do you suggest?" Well, Mr. Brown, why don't you do what I do, and that is to ration yourself strictly to 1 glass of wine with each meal. Then the problem is, how do you fit in 37 meals a day?
I've just been handed a piece of late news. Labour's defence policy was today described as impractical and naive by the United States Secretary for knocking missiles out of the sky with ray guns and great big mirrors.
I'm a dream lover, 'cause I love dreams. I'm the schemer in your head. I'll make you shake and sweat and scream. You're mine when you're in bed. And when you wake up, I make sure you're more tired than you were before. I know you'll see your shrink and say what you saw when you were asleep. He'll try and get you put away, then turn into a sheep. You pay him with a large ice cream, and then you know it's just a dream. It seems odd when you talk to God while standing in a stream. When you're asked what's happening by Charlie Chaplin, you must be in a dream. I'll send you on dates with stars you adore, like Marilyn Monroe. But I watch the clock, so I ensure before you come, she'll go. Your nightly dreams are full of thrills, unless you pay the cleaning bills. And when one day you leave for work and wonder why the people smirk, you'll end up feeling quite a jerk, though it's just a dream. So sleep on soundly if you dare. You'll try in vain to run, and then you'll meet your brother there, who'll turn into a nun. And then she speaks with a paisley scream.
You paper scum, it's just a dream.
It seems amazing when Granny plays in England's cricket team. You'll be surprised when you realize that's true and not a dream. I'll let the Inquisition get you, then you'll want to scream. But when you wake up in cold sweat, you'll find it's just a dream. Until when lying there relieved, you'll find one last trick up my sleeve. It's still a dream, still a dream.
It is agreed.
Yes.
The king must die. And Guy Fawkes will do the deed. Aye.
Hello,
Guy.
Hello, Guy.
Hello, Guy.
Hi, guys.
Guy, tomorrow your name will go down in the history books.
Why?
Because you are going to kill the king.
Am I? How?
With 150 barrels of gunpowder underneath him. Boom.
Right. Why am I killing the king again?
Because he's a Stuart.
I thought he was James.
James is a Stuart.
Yes.
James Stewart.
Yes.
That's got an oddly familiar ring to it. James Stewart.
But Guy Fawkes, imagine this. Each year, your name will be celebrated on Guy Fawkes Night.
Yeah, but why me? Why Guy Fawkes Night?
Well, I mean, it sounds right. Well, if I did it, it wouldn't sound right at all, would it, baby? Catesby Night.
What about you, Bob Bonfire?
Bonfire night sounds pathetic.
What do you say, Phil Firework?
I still feel that Guy Fawkes Night rolls off the tongue better.
Oh, off you go, Guy. And if all goes well, we'll see you back here for roast chestnuts, mulled wine.
And the ceremonial burning of the Guy.
Burning the what?
The King James!
He said Guy.
I meant the King James.
The King James, yes. And remember this. When you ignite the gunpowder...
Light the blue touch paper and retire immediately.
Yes. Even if it looks as if it's gone out, don't go back. We'll leave it well alone.
Yes. I always put the lid back on the barrel.
So don't you take any chances on Guy Fawkes Night, because you could get badly burned, or worse still, tried as a heretic and hanged, drawn and quartered. And remember, all pets are frightened by fireworks, so lock them indoors. Unless you've got one of those yappy little Pekingese dogs, in which case, lash its arse to a rocket and watch the little bugger go.